Hello. We on? I think we're on. Shut up. Where am I? Oh, I hear my voice. Okay. Hi, it's been a while. It's been maybe 3 days in the end. Has it really been 3 days? Hot damn. It has been 3 days. Wow. It's been a while. How's it been? I had to take a bit of a long break there because of real life obligations, i.e. the girlfriend, you know, priorities. I got a Riz, you know what's up. Let me just turn on some music here and we'll get kicking. We'll get vibing. Where's my music? Oh no, here, listen to Diana. It's been a while since we've done sessions, Diana, you know? Been a while since we listened to anything, really. All right. Let's kick off where we were before. Let's look at, well, actually, no, I did this off stream a little bit. I've been craving the programming. So first things first, that needs fixed. And now we're going to be, this is where we're currently at. So we initialized the game. I added some comments to kind of clarify what we're doing here. I thought it would be appropriate. In addition, I changed this to just kick off the game and then return 0 on the end of the game, you know, in which case, yeah, we'll just return the game. Who gives a shit? It's fine. Actually, it's not fine. Hold on. We should change this, right? This doesn't need SDL3 anymore. This does need main. This does need game loop. This does not need standard library. I'm just trying to minimize like the amount of stuff we're trying to kick around here. Let me just make sure the game even runs. It does not, because SDL main must return a value. What was that? Geese? Oh, hi, Geese. Thank you for the bit. It's been a while. How you been? Oh, my goodness. Okay, game runs. Sweet. So there's no window right now. Well, there's kind of a window. You see an empty one here. That is the game. But we don't have anything going yet. But that tells me everything is correct so far, which is just run the game. So all it is importing the game loop and SDL3 to initialize everything. We then run the game loop, which boots up SDL3 initialization in the standard library. We then initialize the game, returning a string on error. So under initialization, we do what we did before, which is a standard expected app data string situation, where we're expecting this double unique pointer SDL rect as our app data, and a string on error, which is one of these strings if something doesn't boot up correctly. So if the user deletes a file or something, we have a way to find that. We are also throwing in the window as part of the unique pointer rather than, you know, deleting it. I figured why not? It's one window. It does take resources, but it's not that big of a resource. It's just information. So we're gonna do that. Today we handled, or not today, sorry, off stream, I threw in the input system, which is just on click, do a thing, which is, you know, nice. I'm thinking about putting this as a switch statement though, instead of an if statement. So it would be something like switch input event dot type. And then it would go from there as case, you know, like case this, do this. I'm thinking about doing that instead. I don't know if that's actually what you should be doing, but that is something we can do, which is this switch system. That might be the better way to do it. I actually don't know. Already a better game than Diablo 4. Oh, thank you. Oh, good. You're back. I was worried. Oh, don't be worried. It's just something came up over the weekend. I forgot it was Mother's Day. So I went to hang out with my mom. We ate at her favorite restaurant. I dispatch on an array of functions. You're talking about array of function pointers, right? Is that really what we should be doing here? I don't know. What did we do for the other games? Hold on. What did I do on my learning SDL project? The SDL2 learning project. Did I do a switch or did I do an if chain? Oh, I did do if statements. Okay, if event type quit, if event type key down. That's fine, right? Because the key down handles all key system events, right? So K, W, spacebar, all of that is a key down. So it just checks for mice first. That's fine. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll do if statements. Not that it really matters, but we might as well just do an if statement. So if SDL event down, quit true. Beautiful. Do not do that. Do an if-else-if chain. Yeah, I could. There's only like 3 if statements you're even gonna have, but that's what we're gonna do. All right, so that's our input system. We just need mouse click down does something, you know? Now we have no updating frame logic, and we have super basic bitch rendering. We're talking clearing the render, drawing the screen as a color, and then render the frame, which is just this color. That's all it's doing right now. And then it clears every frame. What is the goal of this code? I think we're gonna make Frogger. I'm trying to think of like super basic games. The goal is, okay, hear me out. I talked a little about this before. Also, hi everyone. I talked a little about this before, but this is kind of what I'm imagining in my head. We're gonna make a website. It's going to be like Lazyfoo's game tutorial, but good. And what it'll have is we'll have our basic website here, and then it's gonna be like, pick one of 4 games to make, right? And each of these games are gonna teach you the exact same thing in the exact same order with the exact same lessons. Some may be more involved in minor ways, but the lessons will be the same in the same order, same ECS concept, same C++23 SDL. It's just different kind of games. So I'm thinking one of them is Frogger. So you got your little guy here, and then you got your little things at the end you got to collect. One of them is Frogger. I'm thinking like super basic games like Pac-Man. Then you have your 4 ghosts. Oops, whatever. And then you have your little pellets here. So you have like your Pac-Man clone, your Frogger clone, and then probably Breakout is gonna be pretty easy to make. And then what's the last one? But anyway, Tetris, I don't want to do Tetris. I want to do something not Tetris-y. I'm thinking games that you control by arrow key. It has collision, it has animation. Like, I know Tetris has all of these things, but like, I'm thinking distinctly arcade games, right? I don't want to do Tetris. Tetris is not something I want to make, but something where it's like you had to have some element of timing, some element of like, you know, move the thing, you might get hit. Arkanoid, Space Invaders. I could do Space Invaders. What's the name of that one game that is, it's an old arcade game. It's a top-down thing. You had like 8 directions you could shoot in. Like, whatever, cardinal directions. 8 directions, and then you could move around at the same time, going any arbitrary way and still shoot separately. And then there was like a bunch of little enemies everywhere that had like giant robot bodies, and they were green and red. You guys know what I'm talking about? Was it robotic something? Oh gosh, what is that name? It's a classic arcade game. Oh, we could do Beer Tab or Beer Tab Tabby or whatever. That wouldn't be hard. Actually, that would be kind of hard. I could do Beer Tab Tabby. That's fun. It would teach the exact same concepts as fucking Frogger anyway. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do Beer Tab Tabby. So anyway, this is how I'm imagining the website. You have 4 games that you choose from, and it doesn't matter what you pick. You learn the exact same things on every game. The point is, learn SDL, learn C++23 syntax with unique pointers and shit. It's 10 years old, but bear with me. And then you play your fucking game, and you go. They'll all have the same color scheme. They'll all have the same, I don't know if you want to say AI. That's why I was kind of hesitant about Pac-Man, but I guess the ghosts are just pretty simple, right? I just don't want to have one game teach something the other games don't, you know? I truly want it to be like, whatever. You don't have to replay the tutorial 5 times. And then once you pick your game, whatever it is, then you have another menu later where it's like, this button, this button, this button, and then we'll use CSS and HTML5 to, when you highlight it, it like glows, and then you click on it, and then it brings up the tutorial, which is gonna look like this. And then it'll be beautiful. We're gonna have print line instead of cout. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. And not that old C print either. This shit's new, all right? This shit's brand fucking new. Print line, oh, so nice. Hello, Cotoil, hello. How's it going? Mwah, mwah, mwah. You need a bit more specific, my friend. I am 44 years old. Old for me is getting out of hand. Well, I'm talking like 1970s arcade. What are the chapters of the tutorial would look like? Well, I'm thinking it would be like, here, let's notepad this. So like, oh, geez. Sorry, I was making a point earlier with lambdas. Hold on. We'll do font size 24. Okay. 0 would be setting. No, I should put C++ 23 syntax and setting up SDL. 1 would be initialization. 2 would be game loop and input. 3 would be what we're going to work on now, which is setting up components. 4, setting up entities to use those components. Or maybe we can do it, we'll do components / entities if we're doing like super basic stuff. Setting up systems, applying modules. So applying the modules to the game loop, applying to game loop. And then what are some SDL features? Now we teach SDL. So that's just getting ECS out of the way. That's the game loop and input for SDL. Now we're gonna teach like, what? Textures / sprites? Because initialization already teaches windows. Rendering onto the screen, stuff like this, where it's just like you're learning like how to do something. And if anything, we could just look at the old SDL tutorial, because the information is flawed, but maybe it's so popular because the information presented is nice. M physicist, familiar with writing explanation in the simplest possible way? I told you to use format months ago. I'm not looking for a job. Would gladly contribute if you want someone to write the instructions, comments, explanations. Meatball 1, I might toss you like the unfinished product and you can tell me how I can improve it. So let's go to the Lazyfoo tutorial, because this is a very popular video game SDL tutorial. The problem is it's outdated. That's the problem here. So beginning game programming version 2, which is SDL2. So hello SDL, getting an image on the screen, event-driven programming. And by the way, the only event he teaches you is input and nothing else. Also, to set up SDL, I found this to be fucking hilarious. Where is it? There we go. Install that to System32. He's just like, oh yeah, take the DLL file, throw it in System32. That'll take care of itself. I just thought that was so funny. Key presses, optimized surface loading, extension libraries, texture loading and rendering, geometry rendering. Oh, we need geometry rendering. Shit. That's important too. That's gonna be whatever. Let's type up the game and then we'll split it up accordingly. Because yeah, true type fonts, key states, mouse events, per pixel collision detection. We could teach that. Semaphores, yeah, we gotta do multi-threading shit. But multi-threading with SDL3 and ECS is not very difficult, not really. If you use true, like pure-blooded ECS, like unapologetic, then multi-threading is not terrible. I don't think it's good or easy, but it's not terrible. Explanations, that was awkward. Well, the tutorial is for SDL2, not SDL3. Well, the problem is, Code Toil, it's not even that good for SDL2, I found out, by the way. Let me show you an example here. So, let me show you why it's not good, even for SDL2. It's not even like a, it's not even like a relic of its times. It's just not good. So let's look at getting an image on the screen, okay? So it's gonna tell you to initialize right here, create window. Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh, hold on. It needs to make the renderer. Sorry, hold on. Texture loading and rendering. Okay, where's my renderer? There it is. Okay. So this is something that's bad. This is actively harmful, well, it's not good. He tells you to create global variables for everything, by the way. Global renderer is equal to SDL create renderer using the window, -1, which is a flag he talks about, and SDL renderer accelerated. This is bad, and not only is it bad when SDL2 was a thing, it's actively disabled in SDL3. This isn't good. It's not good because if you don't have that, oh God, I forget what it is. Is it a flag? I'm gonna call it a flag. If you don't have that enumerator value, if you don't have that there, then it still accelerates the GPU if it's available. What SDL renderer accelerated does, as far as I know, is it goes from the default option to you're gonna run this option even if it's actively harmful to your GPU, or at least, well, I don't think your system's gonna actively harm itself, but it's not needed because if it defaults to this anyway, so why do you have to spell it out? It seems like it doesn't help anything. It seems like it hurts more than anything, and there's a reason why they're disabling it. Yeah, they're gonna get rid of that. Also, he uses printf, which is just so funny. And then he also chains he also chains all of his things. So if do this, else create the renderer, else create this, else create this. He's like initializing down an if else chain, which it's just kind of funny. I don't know, it's not good. It's okay, but I want to replace all this. Also, he does kind of weird things here where he creates a load texture class, and this, oh no, this is a function. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. It's a function, but he creates like a media class. I don't know, he just does things a little bit weird. I wouldn't do it the way he does it, which is why we're doing it like this. Nests like that hurt readability, at least that the trend not to do that anymore. I don't know what the old trend used to be, but yeah, we're not doing it that way. I like my way of initializing. I think this is like super clear. I think this is gonna be as clear as you can make it. If you want to use like unique pointers, obviously if you don't use unique pointers, you can just have one line of SDL window pointer window equals SDL create window, right? Obviously you can have one line there. We're doing this for safety. Minor note, there is no acceleration anymore. The term is a holdover, invalid since like 2002 or something. God damn. Yeah, well, we're not doing that anymore. Our renderer, by the way, is literally just grab the window, null pointer, 0. Oh, baby. In fact, let me double check that we're actually creating that renderer right, just to make sure. Just so we are aware here. Hold on, SDL3. All right, let's just make sure SDL3 doesn't create the renderer any differently here. Window and the name of the rendering driver to utilize, null to initialize the first one supporting the requested flags. We're not requesting any flags, so right now any rendering driver can run our simple game, which is just an application where you click to exit, which is nice. Do not worry, people still use the term acceleration to mean it renders from the GPU, not CPU. Well, to be fair, when I talk about SDL rendering in that context, or using the GPU to render, I'm gonna say GPU accelerated. I will use that term, but it's always preceded by GPU when I talk about acceleration. That's all that means. It's just not using your CPU is how I interpret that in my head. If you want a specific renderer, you can specify its name here. So if you have separate renderers for different viewports, right? That's kind of what they're talking about here. Or I guess every individual window, if you have a game with like 5 windows open, every window needs its own rendering context, right? So if you have like a separate window for an inventory, you're gonna have your inventory renderer. Does SDL3 allow to select GPU? Oh, there it is. List of available renderers, which indexes from 0 to get number render drivers -1 or -1. If you don't need a specified renderer, specify null, which I do here, null pointer, because we're C++, not C. By default, the rendering size matches the window size in pixels, but you can call set render logical presentation to change the content size of scaling options. Oh shit, hold on, let me think. I need to teach how to do viewports in SDL, don't I, if we're really doing this? Well, that's not hard. I could do something like the scoreboard is a separate like viewport. I mean, it's taking the piss a little, but we could do it. The C++ 20 specifications cost $238. What? Code examples. Yeah, okay. Create renderer with properties. Oh, this is separated now. Oh, shit. Create a 2D rendering context for a window with specified properties. So right now, I don't have any properties. I can't even do it on this, right? So right now I'm just making a renderer, but what are the properties I can add? Props, the properties to use. Oh. Returns a valid rendering context or null if there was an error. Call get error for more information. Supported properties. Create name string, the name of the rendering driver. Renderer create window pointer, the window where the rendering is displayed, required if this isn't a software renderer using a surface. Create surface pointer. Renderer create output color space number. An SDL color space value describing color space for output to display defaults to color space sRGB. The direct 3D blah, 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 metal renderer support linear, which is a linear color space. Wait. Are you telling me that I could have different color spaces rendered for SDL? What would be the purpose of that? Is that for like, if you want to make like a Photoshop and you need different kind of color spaces? I don't know what the context would be for you to change the color space. I guess if you're just making video games, it doesn't matter, but still. Zeshwan Gaming, hello, hi. I see you looking there in the YouTube chat. In fact, on Windows, you are guaranteed to have at least OpenGL 1.2. Oh, well, here's the funny thing, Meatball One. Our card game, the Elements the Game remake, which I'm working on off stream, by the way. It's to the point where I want to work on this off stream. You don't see cards. I'm still working on animations. So you see how this game works here, and we have like card games and everything. Somebody actually tested it, and guess what? This shit works on integrated graphics. Oh, baby. We are winning, Dragonkin. Hell yes. Sorry, I was just excited by that. What is this? This is my card game one, right? Yeah, these are my animations. Okay, so I just thought that was funny how that worked on integrated graphics. So, you know, I just thought that was cute. I suspect it affects how color calculations are done. I don't know. I never messed around with color spaces before. Why wouldn't it work on the integrated graphics? It's a full and proper GPU. Hell yeah, it is. For our 2D games, it will be. Create present VSync number, non-zero if you want present synchronized with the refresh rate. Oh, present is the SDL rendering context of every frame. You have to present the frame. You have to tell the system, okay, now switch the current frame with the frame you just rendered on, and it's like an alternating system. So frame 1 is what's being shown on the screen. Frame 2 is what you're building behind the scenes during the frame, and then you switch it. So every frame 1 and frame 2 switch at what's showing and what's present. So this is VSync number just matches that refresh rate with what's on your monitor. This property can take any value that's supported by set render VSync for the renderer. Oh, this is for like Vulkan shit. Oh my God, look at that function. Flag, SDL prop renderer, create Vulkan graphics queue family index number. Holy shit, that might be the single longest flag I have ever seen in my fucking life. Damn, that is so verbose. Well, I guess if you need to queue a family index, there you go. Okay, so we're not gonna do any of that, right? Get renderer info, the rendering context, and the current number. 0 on success. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we don't need any flags then. I was just worried because as I'm looking at the game here, I'm worried about this. I might be doing something wrong here. Like this. Hold on, there we go. Look at her boobs. Like, this is the game right now, and I'm a little worried that I'm not updating the surface. I say look at her boobs. Look, this is the window right here, chat. Look, right, hold on, right there. You see it? Hurriedly, we move past Vulcan. Well, we don't need it for our purposes. I like 2D games. I'm happy with that. If we ever made a chat, everyone shut the fuck up. Look what I found on Steam. Not Outer Wilds. I was just looking at that. Hold on. Back. I was looking at reviews of City Skylines 2 again, just enjoying it. What the fuck was I doing on here? Oh, I was figuring out what game to play. Hold on. Back. Oh shit, really? Well, somebody was remaking the movies. What was that game? Okay, they're remaking the game, the movies, as like an indie project. And I don't know what they're calling it, but it's coming out in like 2 weeks. And it's like the game I'm like most excited about right now. Hold on. Let's look this up together, chat. Reddit, the movies, Steam. The movies game? Hold on, this one's recent. Blockbuster Inc. Okay, that's what it is. Dude, look at this game. It's so perfect. Hold on, mute it. Guys, they're remaking the movies as an indie game, and it's coming out on the 4th. Oh my god, I am gonna play this on stream, and it's gonna be so much fucking fun. I love the movies. It's like one of my favorite games ever. Look at this, and it's like, cut, and it's just like you have all the directors, and you have little costume people, and you have like a little studio. Oh my god, I love this game. It's so much fun. Oh, they're making fun of the room. Ow, I bit my tongue earlier and it still hurts. Oh god, it hurt. Oh, jeez. Remaking Barbie. Anyway, I just think it's great. I think it looks fun because I love the movies. It's like one of my favorite. It's by Lionhead Studios. It's so much fun, and I'm so glad somebody else has played this game and wants to remake it. If I ever made a 3D game, I think I would have, one of the games I would have remade is the movies. And these guys are like remaking it, and it's so nice. Oh my god, they even got like, I love how they even let the actors have alcoholic breakdowns. I saw that little teaser. Beautiful. And it's so much fun. You guys don't even know what fun is until you played the movies. It's like one of my favorite video games ever. And it's a game like not many people have played. The movies, and then there's a spiritual successor to The Sims coming out really soon. The UI reminds me of The Sims. You know, it's funny you say that. You know how EA's new Sims suck ass? The Sims successor, Reddit. Oh God, I wish I remember the name. I can't. Is it Life by You? Paradox, wait. Whoa, multiple Sims clones are coming out. Paradox Studios? The ones who came out with City Skylines 2? Revealed Life by You, a competitor to The Sims from former EA boss. Okay, this looks shitty. But there's another indie game coming out. iGPUs can do 3D graphics. Well, sure, I can run a marathon, but careful what you wish for, you know? Life by You is releasing in 3 to 4 months. The Sims, it's a cultural phenomenon. Is Life by You the game that I'm thinking of? Is it the Paradox game? Life by You. June 4th. Oh my god, this is coming out on the 4th? Oh, this is the game. Oh my god, Paradox, you're the greatest studio ever made. This is not the game I'm thinking of, but it is coming out June 4th. It is by Paradox, and they did make EU4 and City Skylines 1. I'm gonna play this. Dude, okay, the aliasing is absolutely horrific, but I don't know if that's the engine or if that's Steam. But like, I would play this. I want to play The Sims. I want to play The Sims and actually enjoy it and not just cry at like all the things EA took away. To be fair, this looks kind of not great, but there is another version of The Sims. Oh my god, please tell me I can find this indie game. Look at all these shitty ass DLCs they release. Why is Slay the Princess on there? I'm gonna find this. Hold on. It's gonna happen. 1 second. This matters more than programming right now, okay? Not Life by You. Why is it always Life by You? It might not run a AAA game that well, but AAA games aren't the only kind of game. No, seriously, the Steam Deck is battery powered and it has 3D games. Hell, my cell phone has better graphics than Half-Life 2. Well, yeah. The Sims, God, what? Fucking indie studio? I'm trying to find the game. I loved it when I was looking at it. No. Ugh.
I'm looking.
Paralyzed. That's what it was. Fuck. Okay. Wait, is this it? This is totally not it. It's not it. I don't believe. Fuck, there's so many successors and only one of them looked great. There's only one true successor to The Sims. And it's this game. Oh my God, I found it. Okay, look at this trailer. This trailer is the single smartest trailer I have ever seen in my life for anything. This is like the quintessential example of how you do a trailer as an indie studio. I love it. It's how I would do it. The way they're doing this is so smart. The number one complaint long-term Sims players have about EA's The Sims is how limiting new games are. And it still feels like old and outdated now. And you might as well just play like The Sims 3 or The Sims 4 with mods, right? This game doesn't say a fucking word. It doesn't shout at you. It doesn't tell you to buy instantly. It just lets the mechanics speak for themselves. And I love it. Okay, there's a wall. There's a wall. Uh-oh. Cricket walls? That's kind of round walls? Holy shit. Look at it. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so good. Customization. That is the single greatest trailer, and they didn't say a fucking word. It's just like, this is a game we're working on. Dude, when they showed off that fucking ass 1970s stairway here, oh, dude. Oh, this is gonna be a game for me. Anyone who's played The Sims knows how weird it is. There's a round wall right there. Just that round wall right there, and these stairs makes you go like, how the fuck did they even do that? Oh, that's so cool. Dude, I can't wait to play this. This looks like so much fun. When does this come out? 2025. So many games are coming out this year, dude. There's gonna be an indie renaissance this year. Dude, I can't fucking wait. Hold on, is there an actual trailer here? There's a real trailer, right? Okay, play. Oh, customization. Okay. It's 2024. Shut the fuck up. Have you thought about that? Jeez, let a guy be excited. Okay. Yeah, you can be anime eyes. Okay, cool. Amazing. Oh, what is that? Sims 1 ass mesh. Dude, Sims 1 Sims builder. Anyone else? Holy shit. What's this? Work in progress. Job upgrades can impact aspects of your para's life. Music knowledge. Oh, cute! You can slack off at work to listen to music and have music knowledge. That's kind of cute. Oh my God. That's so smart. Instead of having to like grab, like right click, talk, you, right click, talk, you, right click, you can just highlight everything like it's a goddamn RTS and just go right click, talk to each other. I'm gonna fucking love this game. Oh my God, just the quality of life alone is so just, oh baby. I'm gonna fucking love this game. Just the quality of life. The together bar builds up. What's that? What's a together bar? We're gonna go to fucking dinner? Oh, cute. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my god, people who are like socially like inept are going to struggle with this game. That's cute. You could strike up a casual conversation and then either formally introduce yourself, compliment the guitar technique, introduce self as new. Chat, this is going to be a great video game. Of all the Sims remakes I've ever seen, this is the only one that feels like it's actually innovating. Goob, are you all right, my friend? Oh, I love this game. Let a guy be excited. Sleepy Mushroom, I see you lurking there. Unlock relationship labels. Okay. You have unlocked the ability to be my fucking acquaintance. Okay, we go in as a group to get coffee? Takes 1 hour to fill up. Oh my god, you have to talk to somebody for an hour before you ask them what job they do? You know what? Okay, chat. I can tell you exactly why this is so like, why would you talk to somebody an hour to know what job they do? That takes forever. I know exactly why they're fucking doing this. Does anyone who've played The Sims 1 through 5 know why they would hard lock a 1 hour conversation before you get to know somebody a little? I'd be surprised if people actually know, but I guess since I'm only a double-digit view Andy over here, I'll just answer my own question. The reason why is because in old Sims games, a big problem and a big thing that took me out of it was within, say, 10 minutes of real-time work or maybe 3 hours of in-game talking, I could get you to marry me. It's that fast. It's like one afternoon together and you can unironically keep them there forever and they just move in. And it's like, that kind of takes me out of it a little, you know? I feel like you should like know somebody like 6 months or like a year in game before, you know, fucking you marry each other. I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be that long, but like it needs to be more than like 1/2 of an afternoon before you marry a Sim. I think that's why they're hard locking this behind 1 hour of talk. So 1 hour of in-game talk, you get to ask them about their job or ask them about like their interests and all that. And if you like them well enough, then you can push for like relationships and all that. But it just hard locks it behind time. So that's why they're doing it. I played The Sims 2 for a bit. I like to build things, but hate the social gameplay. My Sims always poop themselves. Don't know why. You know what? I respect that. What's up? I feel like you would have more fun using an AutoCAD program to just build the house of your dreams, though. With an AutoCAD program, you can just go online and acquire a pack of just all the items to ever exist in the history of AutoCAD and just build the house of your dreams. I don't know. I used to do that in high school. I did it for my senior project because I wanted to be an architect in high school. So I did my senior project on being an architect, and then I job shadowed an architect and I hated my life. But I still did it anyway because that was my project was on. So I did it and I used AutoCAD as part of the project. And I was like, look at this thing I built on these specifications. And I got an A, so it worked. I really liked AutoCAD though. So you're an architect? No, I'm unironically a drug dealer behind bars. I work in a medium security prison as a pharmacy technician, and I make a whopping $55,000 a year. But you know what? I like it. I'm currently going to school for computer science, though. Wait, have I talked that to you guys? I've announced that, right? I'm going to school for a bachelor's in computer science, which is just an online-only university. The degree's not going to be worth much, but I figured just having it will open some doors. Yeah, I learned about containers today off university or anything. I was just on my own today at work. I was just learning about not containers. I'm sorry, that's not true. Sorting algorithms for containers. So stuff like the difference between, hold on, I'm going to write out what I learned today. Everyone, hold on. Shut up. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Notepad. Look at this. Hold on. I learned stuff today. I've learned the difference between bubble sort, LOL, never. Was it insert sort? If it's small, then do this probably. Then I learned quick sort, not stable, as in it's not guaranteed to keep. If you have two of the same element, it's not stable, meaning those two elements can switch, which is not always desirable, but sometimes it doesn't matter. But it's important that it's not stable. And it's depends on a pivot point. And then you have merge sort, daddy sort, but needs space. I don't know what space means, but it needs space. And then you have Ted sort, merge and insert for Python weebs. Stuff like that. I learned a lot today. Having a degree, unfortunately, makes a huge difference in tech. How is that unfortunate, Quellis? Also, hi, Quellis. Wait, held a message for a reason. Smart detection. Allow will post it in chat. Wait, what? Hold on. Twitch, what's wrong with this message? Held a message for a reason. Smart detection. Hold messages based on your channel's moderation platforms. He's learning. Why is that not allowed? You're saying he's learning. Cry happy face. I'm sorry, Twitch. Is that bullying in 2024? What the fuck? Twitch, why? Space is memory, time is CPU cycles. Oh, interesting. Anyway, I also learned the difference between n, log, n, and then n to the power of 2 and n as in linear. I learned log, well, I already knew this, but like exponential is significantly worse than n log n. Yeah, I knew that. I guess I just didn't know how common n log n was for a lot of these guys. Like merge sort. I didn't realize how good merge sort was. Holy shit. Everything I looked up on merge sort is fucking amazing if you have the resources. Merge sort needs extra memory to store partitions, I think. Yeah, it just always told me it's like, if you have the resources, probably just use merge sort. Apparently, TED sort, which is Python's like default sort value, merges until it cuts off the recursion, and then it just does insert sort. That's apparently like the default Python thing. I didn't know that was even existed. I don't use Python, but there you go. That's what I learned today at work, and now I'm getting a degree. Also, what do you mean, Quellis? Having a degree is unfortunate. I think that's great. If having a degree means you're much, it's unfortunate because I think there's a lot of brilliant people out there who are underpaid and can't find jobs because they don't have a degree. Well, I am currently getting a degree, which means I'm going to gatekeep these people. Get a fucking degree, nerds. All right. It's important. It always pays off. I always recommend college. I am unapologetically a go to college always kind of guy. Okay. Go to fucking college. It'll pay off. All right. You can get away with it if you have a massive return stack space, or I may be thinking of quicksort. I think quicksort's weakness is that you have a pivot point, and sometimes you can get absolutely fucked because the more you try to find the median in a quicksort algorithm, the less good it is. You just have to kind of do your best. I think the book recommended apparently I'd never done this. Apparently it's common in quicksort algorithms to just grab 3 elements at random or fixed value. It doesn't matter. If it's a sufficiently randomized array, you know, grab 3 elements and just find the middle value, and then just that's your pivot point. But to be fair, I've never made a quicksort algorithm before, so that's kind of fun. Quellis says that it's unfortunate because you get a degree about programming, which is not even a profession. What do you mean? Dude, I'm sorry. Hold on. After the tech layoffs over the last year, does anyone still think you're going to get a job as like a non-degree holder? Quellis absolutely did not say that. Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like you're going to need a degree coming into the future for computer science. I'd be surprised if we come out of this and you not have to have a degree, you know? It seems like it's a job that would. It's super high paying. It feels really weird that there's such thing as a coding boot camp and then you get to go to get paid like 6 digits a year. That seems like super shady to me. I'd feel more comfortable. Well, let's put it this way, chat. if you're going to commission a programmer to do some software for your company, why would you, or a company to do it, why would you ever commission people who don't have a degree? Like, if you have the choice, you'll always commission the degree holder, right? Because there's some semblance of like, they're willing to follow through on things. I don't know if I would ever commission somebody without a degree for like an actual project that I pay money for, you know? Also, is there no music? There we go. Jeez, so weird. Ooh, music's kind of loud. Sorry. Okay, I'm vibing. Matrix multiplication. I know how to do that by default. I don't know what the context is for that. Matrix multiplication. All right, you guys ready for this? So hold on, I need paint. What is matrix multiplication? Matrix multiplication is, let's say you have 4x squared plus 2x plus 6 equals whatever, right? Find the value. Find x. Then you have 3x squared plus 4x plus 0 or whatever, right? You wouldn't say the plus 0, but for the sake of the example, a matrix is this: line, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 0, and I think this is x squared. Oh God, what goes here? Oh Jesus, it's been so long. Is this x squared x? Is that what's there? Something goes here. I don't remember what though. Anyway, that's like the basics of like a matrix, right? So if you have like a 4D matrix, you would have like x cubed over here or something. Now ray tracing GPUs can do 5x5 operations. God damn. Yes, I know what manual is. Sadly, I'm a physicist. I'm also quite confident that the lowest GPUs can do 4D vector operations. 4x4 order matrix operations reduced to 4D vector math. Oh. I would, if they show some project they done that shows their skills. Well, I'm not good enough at programming to know what a good project would look like. What's up? So I feel more comfortable with the degree holder. It's more of a guaranteed thing, you know? Plus, as somebody who is 25 years old, season 6, having a degree going into the computer science industry is going to be kind of necessary. You know? You talk like HR. Would it surprise you if I'm a people person? Dude, I would make a great HR person. Holy shit. That's what I should do. Maybe I should get a bachelor's in computer science and an MBA and then go for human resources at tech companies and fire people without degrees. Oh my God, based. Holy shit. I'll save the degree holders. Sacrifice the non-degree. Sacrifice the non-Ds. Okay, refreshed. All right, let's get programming. We've been distracted long enough. What are we doing? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a component module. I think that's what we're gonna do right now. So we're gonna add a module and we're gonna call it components and entities. I think we're just gonna have it under one system. One, or not system, that's a word we should not use. I think what we're gonna have is just under one module for all components and then entities below that. I can't imagine us needing to separate them for this simple of a game. We're gonna be importing SDL3, whoops, SDL3/SDL.header, semicolon. Import the standard library, and that's it, right? This is just structs. So we're gonna export struct. What are we gonna need for a Frogger? If we're gonna make Frogger as like an example, we're gonna have a location value. This is gonna contain an int x and an int y. Then we're gonna have an export struct. Oh, actually, wait, chat, I have a question about like how modules work in other programming, or maybe this, I don't know. Do you guys know? Am I exporting or inlining? I don't know what you did at C++ 23. Am I exporting structs themselves, or if I make an entity, which is like class, fuck, what are we making? Frogger? Class fucking truck, whatever it is. And then I have a location value, whatever that is, whatever value name I give it. If I have this, do I need to export the struct? Or later on, is just having truck location like good enough? Having Chuck change location or something like that. I guess these are private values, right? And then we would have functions that would change these private values. I don't even know why I'm asking this. I already know I'm right. Okay, never mind. We're not exporting these structs. These are components. Matrices are basically just grids of numbers. They're not really related to polynomials. They can be used to solve systems of linear equations. Oh, based. Well, I guess I'll find out about it myself when I go to school. Oh, I do not know how NVIDIA does things. Okay, we have components, location, X, Y. What else are we gonna have to change here for like Frogger? We're gonna have a collision rect, so I guess a render rect is what we'll have, which contains an SDL rect. Render rect. Ooh, that's an ugly name. I guess we just call it rect, right? So we have a render rect. Then we have a struct for... By the way, if this looks simple to you, that's the point. Components are so easy. They're basically they're information that you plug into a entity to like do something, right? So if we have a system that's like wind, right? We're gonna search through every entity on the screen. If the entity has a location value and a Boolean like can be changed by wind or something, like is movable. So I guess I can just put is movable. And then we have like a Boolean is movable. I don't know if these should be the same. They really shouldn't be, huh? We'll just put Boolean movable, I guess, is the way to do it. So now if the Boolean movable is there and we have a XY value, well, there you go. So now it can be affected by the wind system and we change the XY value by whatever the wind system changes, right? That's the root of ECS. And if we ever want it to be like not movable, like you have iron boots or something, then you just turn this to false and you just don't even worry about it. Or you just remove the struct altogether, I guess, but that would be a not good way of doing that. So I guess I shouldn't call this is movable in this case because Frogger doesn't really need that. What we should call it is takes input. That would be a better one. Boolean takes input, Boolean input. That's fine, I guess. They are a math thing. They are often used in graphics programming since they can be used to represent linear transformations of coordinate grids. Oh. Well, I knew matrices from math. I guess I just never used them how they're applied in programming. My only thought for like when you would use like matrices, I'm just thinking like vertexes for like lighting. I know you guys are talking about ray tracing, so maybe that's why it's coming to mind. But like you have a point in space, you then project a vertex away from that. So a line that starts at the point that goes on, it bounces off something. Well, what is the resulting like line you're going on, right? I think that's what you're saying. So you have a vertex that has some polynomial value of how it's progressing in space in a straight line. It bounces off a wall. What is the new line? I think that's what matrices are for, correct? Matrices. Okay, and this is going to be entities. So what do we have here? We have a struct location, struct render rect, struct takes input. Is there ever gonna be... I guess we should, just for the sake of practice, we should have like collision rect. SDL rect. Should I be calling these rect? I really shouldn't be calling that, huh? Because if we have our truck and it's it has value, I don't know. Collision rect 1 and render rect 2. And then I want to change these values later on. It's going to be truck dot rect 1 dot rect Wait, what? Oh, does it have to be here? Rect 1. Whatever it's gonna be. I'm worried that we're gonna have a lot of rects and we're not actually gonna change any values here. So we should say, I just don't know if it's gonna cause confusion to have it render rect like that, but I guess not. Collision rectangle, I guess would be a better way to say that. Yeah, that would be a better way to say that, huh? Collision rectangle takes input from player. Yeah, I guess I could make the structs really verbose and the actual values the shortened version. I guess that's fine, right? That would make it pretty clear. So we have a location value, a render rect, a collision rect, a take as input from player. What other super simple components can I add to Frogger? Is there anything I need to check for? Struct has animation. We'll worry about animations later. I can plug that in. The beauty about ECS is that it thrives in like highly iterative environments because it's so plug and play that if we want to add animations, it's one struct and one system check later. Is movable. I'm trying to think of Frogger himself. He has an XY value. We take input to move him. He has a render rect, a collision rect. And that's all Frogger needs, right? And we'll ignore animations and sound. So I guess now I'm thinking about cars and trucks. So I guess struct has autonomous movement. Is AI. I guess I could do that. Boolean AI controlled. I guess I could put is AI. And then here it's AI controlled. So that's simple, right? Because if something is not AI and it does not take input and it doesn't have a render vector. Oh, we need a sprite. Oh shit. Struct Sprite SDL texture. Ooh, are the sprites going to be SDL textures or are they going to be drawn on manually via vertex triangles? It would be kind of cool if you made all of Frogger without using a single texture and it was just drawn by the GPU. That would be kind of neat, wouldn't it? What would a new person want to do more? Would they want to take a picture of a banana or like take a picture of a frog and just upload that to the game and then you change the frog size via a rectangle? Or would you rather draw triangles to make a frog? I think I'd rather draw triangles, right? You can use 3x3 matrices to represent 3D rotations. If we had a dummy in the fourth coordinate, we can represent both 3D translation and rotations with the 4x4 matrices. Oh, goes to show you what I know about 3D rendering, which is jack shit. I know 2D rendering, which is what we're gonna do. So instead of an SDL texture, for the sprite, I guess we could have... Ooh, how do we do that then? Because you would need components of drawn rectangles. I guess we'll just keep it as a texture just to keep it simple. Who gives a shit? Texture, and this is the Sprite texture. Actually, this is bad. We should have has a texture and then no sprites at all. So we should just have texture. The reason why is because we... Ugh, I hate using the name texture there. Texture with a capital T? I don't know. I don't like the appropriate like naming conventions for like structs in an ECS format. Yeah, because it's not gonna be called texture. Textures has textures. Incomplete type not allowed. Wait, what? Error type. Wait, why is this not allowed? Struct textures, SDL texture. Does it have to be an SDL texture pointer? Wait, what the fuck? Also, I'm doing all this wrong. Oh no! Auto x is equal to int value. Oh my god. Auto is not allowed here. Never mind. I guess if it's a struct, you do have to explicitly say the typing, right? You can't get away with that auto whatever syntax that we have to use. All right, fine. What is up with the SDL texture? What's going on here? Okay, that's valid. Now we need a type name. Yeah, declaration doesn't declare anything, so we're gonna do test texture. So this doesn't work. Incomplete type. And all of this is useful because these operations can easily be parallelized because they are so similar. Oh, I got you. You're talking about my components, right? Not the code toil matrices. Yes, these operations can be parallel. That's the strength of, well, that's one of the strengths of ECS is multi-coring is trivial. I'm talking about code toil. Fuck! Okay, that too. Why is my texture for SDL texture causing so many problems? Does it have to be a pointer? Is that what's going on? Incomplete type is not allowed. What's going on? Yeah, so what is it with SDL textures that I'm getting incomplete types on? Is SDL texture a template? It shouldn't be. SDL3, an efficient driver-specific representation of pixel data. Oh, SDL texture is a struct. Oh, shit. Okay, my bad. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay. Welp. That makes sense. So SDL texture is the struct. So there's already a struct SDL. In fact, let's... I want to see it. No, I want to... There we go. Struct, SDL texture, type def struct, SDL texture, SDL texture. I have absolutely no idea what this is trying to say, but it did it. Oops, do not close that. Close nothing. So cool, that's already a struct. So we already have an SDL texture as the simple struct we're gonna change. Wouldn't it be better to use type def SDL rect render rectangle? Type def old name, new name? That is very, very attractive at first, but after a while starts causing problems. Please tell me how you know of browse to definition declaration. How I do? Oh, I just showed it. Yeah, I'm based. Okay, we're cool. All right, so is there anything else a Frogger game is gonna need? Let me just think of different entities here. So you have Frogger the player, you have the grass tile, which will take a render rect and a location, and none of these, no collision. So that's already fine. We have the trucks, which is gonna be AI controlled, which is super trivial. And the only reason we're calling it AI is because we're also going to make Pac-Man, and that takes AI. So we just have to have a section for quote unquote AI, which is just move the truck across the thing. And then you have logs. Oh, I guess struct can damage player. Boolean can damage. I guess that's important, right? So something can be collidable but not give damage, like the bugs at the end, because you collect bugs as Frogger, right? I think. Or do you collect other Froggets? Fuck, what did you collect in the original Frogger? Was it other Froggers? I think you did. We're not type defing everything. We're using C++. We're gonna call using, you know, name equals old name or something like that. Oh, do we need strings here? No, right? We're not displaying anything. Unless you're talking like the scoreboard. I think that's it. I think that's everything I can think of. So now we're gonna make entities. Entities, class, frog, private. So these are variables that won't change. I know it's a class and I don't need to spell out private. I am aware of that, but we're gonna do it anyway. It's gonna have a location. We're gonna call it frog location. Then we're gonna have a render rectangle. No. What's it called? Render rectangle. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Wait, hold on, chat. I have a question. I'm doing this wrong because class objects, these entities should have like no values in them, right? They just need to exist. And through other means do we give these things, right? Oh God, wait, it's been so long. I'm trying to remember what we actually give these things. I think the actual class object is like super tiny, right? And then we give them components via other means, or do we explicitly spell out what we want in them, but we don't have any systems or methods in there? Where did you learn ACS? Fuck. All right, let's bring up the video. God damn it. Hold on. I love these. I love this video series. It's from the University of Toronto. But to be fair, I haven't seen this in a long time because my work cracked down on people looking up like not work related things. Was it University of Toronto? ECS. There it is. Is that the newest one? Nope. Was this the newest one? Nope. Okay, but we're getting closer. Dave Churchill playlists 2024. Beautiful. That's the newest one. Okay. So hold on. I've watched a lot of this. This is Intro to Artificial Intelligence. Fuck me. I have no interest in that. Game programming, intro to artificial AI for video games, C++ game programming. 2023. There we go. That's what I wanted. Entity manager. Okay, what's going on here? Uses the factory design pattern. Entity manager will handle all creation, storage, lifetime of all entity objects. Add entity, remove entity, storage, bookkeeping. Factory should somehow ensure that the user cannot create its own entities. You may want to group entities by functionality is tagged by a string. Oh, shit. So class entity, const size ID 0, const string tag default, bool is alive, true, public shared pointer, transform name and shape. Okay. CB box and entity tag. So you construct it. Oh, so all you're doing to construct this entity is to give it some tag, in this case, one tag, and then give it an ID number. So that's what I was thinking of. It's like the actual construction itself is small, but you still need to define what an entity even is. Oh, okay. That's better. Gotcha. So when he says factory, what he means is have some way to create all the entities via a class object. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. And then you just have an entity manager that has all the vectors based on. So once you have tags for everything, then you add it to vectors. Huge shared pointer. Well, the way he sold it was like, listen, you guys are new to video game program. This is a college course. It's explicitly not a programming course. It's for video game design architecture, right? And his logic was, listen, this is not a programming course. You're just going to use shared pointers until you find out why you need unique pointers, right? That's his kind of logic there. I watched through all this at one point, but I kind of binged it, and now you see the consequences of that. Adding entities. Make shared entity, pushback, tag pushback. Oh, I see what he's doing. So he's automating pushbacking all of the entities that he makes, right? So whenever he adds an entity, it automatically, based on the tags you give it, pushes back on the tags, pushes back on the entities list, pushes back on the textures list. Actually, that's really smart, because when I made my card game, I found myself pushbacking like 5 times because I need so many different pieces of information everywhere. So I guess having a factory and an entity manager that adds all of this automatically, that would make it a lot easier, wouldn't it? Damn, the consequences of not having a degree.
What we're doing for the class. And so map related.
Oh my God, audio.
Cases. It's not
Level
like a
it,
video
dude.
game map. There are some edge cases.
Iterator invalidation,
And then what happens
yada yada.
for us.
Entity manager updated. Okay. Death removal. We already know. Main game loop. Yeah. Okay. So let's try it. So fuck that thing. We're going to have an entity class. And this entity class will have a few things. Space Cadet Aphrodite. Ow! The music. That was really loud. Fuck. Sorry. Hey, yo. It's been a while. Sup, good boy? Hello. Luckily, I have a new one on the way. How have you been? Oh, cute. I've been great. I've just been streaming. Not really. I forgot it was Mother's Day yesterday, so I didn't stream yesterday. So we're gonna be vibing today. We're gonna be programming. So we have a class entity. This class entity. What are we constructing here? We don't need an ID, right? We don't need an ID system. That's a lot for something like this. Because, like, what's the point of an ID system in, like, Frogger, right? Where you only have the trucks, the cars, the logs. Oh, I guess alligators, if we want to do that. There's only, like, 3 enemies. You don't need an ID system for that. That's kind of, it's kind of taking the piss a little. Slow AF, OBS heats it up too much. Really? Space Cadet Aphrodite, I have a question. On your OBS, if you were to go to File, Settings, Output, and you go to bitrate, what is your bitrate? Because you say your laptop's heating up, but like, how much are you actually, how much are you taxing your system? Or at least your networking. I have a auto keyframe interval and 4,000 kilobyte per second bitrate on 30 FPS 720, which is like the lowest tolerable thing. If I had, oh baby, if I had my fiber upload actually always work and not get capped out, you guys would be getting fucking 1440p on YouTube. Okay, so we have our class entity. We don't need an ID. We are going to need a tag system. So standard string. Oh, we should just have a tag here, right? No. No. We're not going to have a tag system here. We're just going to have or not going to have it as a struct because these are different things, right? We want this to be part of the thing. So these are private. Standard string tag, or I guess M underscore tag. And just have it be that. And then what else? That's all we want to construct for this for now, right? 2,500 kilobytes per second. That's pretty low, Aphrodite. I'm surprised your computer's still having a hard time with it. But I guess that's, hey, that's the price you pay sometimes, you know? It's all good. Then we have our constructors, so we just need entity. Oh, public. Entity where it takes a standard string, given string, colon, M tag is equal to given string, semicolon. Okay, what did I fuck up here? I fucked up somewhere. Wait, where did I mess up? Are these parentheses? I'm messing something up here. The syntax is not correct. I did this before though. Hold on. I did this in my bullet shooter. Where's my thing? Damage taken. There. Enemy parentheses whatever colon. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, this is wrong. That's what it should be. And this should be a parentheses. There we go. That's correct syntax. And then this needs a little bit of a whoop right there. Oh my goodness. My emojis work now? Oh, that's exciting. Oh, hell yeah. Hold on. Boom. Space Cadet Aphrodite. And then we're going to subscribe. Subscribe. Pay. Hover over the exit button in case something happens. Purchase declined? What? What do you mean my purchase declined? There we go. Okay, now it went through. I was about to say, it was just the wrong card. All right, I forgot because I had to update my card recently. I had to change things. All right, sweet, subscribed. All right, everyone, go to subscribe to Space Cadet Aphrodite. She is a beautiful, wonderful, sorry, she's an artist that makes beautiful drawings. That's what I tried to say and it came across creepy. My bad. Only 2 right now, adding more every week. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I feel you, Space Cadet Aphrodite. I didn't stream for 2 days or 3 days. Well, this is the 3rd day. Oh man, I felt like programming so much. So nice. Anyway, highly recommend you subscribe to them. Great content. If you guys wanting some art she's done, ignore the background. If you want to see some art she's done, look at this art. Look at this beautiful, oh my goodness. If you want to hire a real life concept artist who also does card art really wonderfully, oh my, look at this. Look at this 256 by 256 image. It's the most beautiful one you've ever seen. Look at fucking background. Look at this. Oh, look how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. Highly recommend this artist. I commissioned her and it was absolutely worth it. Time to take your kidneys. Ah. Oh, I can't wait for life. No, this is the shitty one. I want Paralife, not Life by You. When's this one coming out? June 4th? Okay, listen. If you guys don't know Paradox Studios, before we get back to programming, they're releasing a Sims game on June 4th. And the last game they released was City Skylines 2, which is like one of the most under released games I think I've ever played in my life. Like the game was in like I shouldn't say not even an alpha state, but it was really, really badly performed. I have chat, my computer, right? Let me show you my computer, okay? My CPU, my CPU is an i9-13900K water cooled, okay? Triple rad, all right? GPU and oh wait, that's integrated graphics, sorry. NVIDIA RTX 4090 water cooled, okay? Water cooled 4090. Fucking memory, 128 gigs of memory, okay? I have a lot of memory on my computer, okay? 128 gigs, beautiful. My system could run City Skylines 2 at like 15 FPS, okay? It was so stupid what that shit required. And now they're releasing a Sims game, which I know is gonna be a disaster, but I want to play a good Sims game again, and I didn't, oh God, why? It looks so not good, but I'm gonna play it anyway. I have to support indies, right? Paradox Studio's an indie studio. I'm gonna support them. Interaction scripts? What? Oh wait, is this modding? Oh my God, you can add items. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that's cool. Okay, Paradox. Okay, I like this system. So you can add an item to the game and give it interactive scripts. So it's a computer. It does computer work tasks. It has desk usage, and it's a device that's electronic. Okay. Okay, Paradox. Good mod system. I expect some good ass mods in this Sims game. If you can do shit like that. Oh my God, I just realized you could add a plush of me in the game. I can use Blender. Oh baby, now I'm a lot more excited for the Paradox version. I could add a plush of me and have it be like stand on table, fucking child interaction or something like that. I bet we could add some cool scripts to that. Paradox, if that's how that works, I'm excited. Okay, I am more excited for this than I realized because of how cool the modding was. This, I ain't gonna lie though, chat, I ain't gonna lie, this looks like Sims 1. Like, oof. But we're gonna be excited for it anyway, chat, okay? We're gonna root for this. We root for indies, all right? You guys like how the beach looks better than City Skylines? Oh God, it looks so clunky. But you know what? It's Paradox. We live for clunky, okay? We'll add to my wish list. June 4th, I'm excited. Oh, and it's coming out in early access on June 4th. Okay, well, shit. You do what you gotta do. Okay, so we have our constructor for our entity. We have our tag system. Now, the question is, we're not gonna use like an ID system for entities. We don't need an ID system for enemies or bullets or anything. So I guess the question is there anything else we want an entity to have before, this is the factory, right? This is how we actually make the entity. And then we have an entity manager that will push back on all the vectors that the entity is on. Oh, we need a name. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. Ooh, no. We don't need a name because our entity, it's later on, it's going to be like entity frog, and we'll put it under tag. Fuck, I don't know. Interactable object. I'm trying to think because it would have the same tag as like, you know, trucks or cars. I guess interactable, I guess would be the tag name. So that would be, actually this is bad. Auto frog is equal to entity interactable. There, that's based. That's how you label an entity. So that's all we need, right? There's nothing else we need for like Frogger for like an entity factory system, right? I think that's all we have to do. And then we're gonna have auto tree is equal to entity environment. And then we're gonna have auto, you know. Yeah. And I think we're only gonna have 2 tags, right? Interactable environment. Yeah, and that's it. And then everything interactable in the game has some sense of moving a rectangle, right? I guess we could have a third entity for auto goal is equal to entity score or goal. I guess we can call it that instead. I don't know, bug. So basically we'd have 2 types of goals. We have the bug, and then we have ending frog is equal to entity. So basically when the player interacts with these things, you have some goal system working out. I think that's how we're gonna separate them. And then you have tree. Well, I guess there's no trees, there's grass. And then you have auto road. And then you have like auto, oh, what would water be? So basically that's what we're constructing, right? That's all we need are just tags. And then from there, these tags are gonna have some components to them. The entity manager would handle all components, right? No, there would be, oh no, we do need an entity manager because systems themselves don't or shouldn't normally be giving components, right? It would be, systems only care about like at the end of the frame, does like, if you have a gravity system, does an entity is movable, is affected by gravity, and has a location value? If yes, then apply the location value or the new location value. That's all a system is, right? It doesn't add like, it doesn't add components, or at least it shouldn't, right? Not in pure ECS. So I guess we do need an entity manager to handle that. Alternatively, because I'm trying to think about how to like give different entities of the same tags different values. So like the only difference between a bug and an ending frog and an end frog, oops, I don't know why I just pressed F12 like a fucking moron. The only difference between a frog and an end frog, a bug and an end frog. Wait, hold on, what's going on here? Why am I stuck on insert? There we go. The only difference between a bug and an end frog is, yeah, they're both goals, but bugs can move, right? And the actual thing that happens when you touch an end frog is the level ends, but they're both goal type tags. So I guess the question is, what's an easy way to add a component to an entity? Or maybe not even add a component. How do we actually give it components? I guess I could just have an entity manager that has a method of add component, and then we just give it the struct accordingly. But in order to have access to that, we have to have access to the components separately, which means systems have to have access to this. Unless I put the entity manager here, in which case that would work, huh? Okay, let's do it. So now we're gonna have class entity manager, where the entity manager can, yeah, this would be a class, right? The entity manager will, God, I honestly don't even want to make this a class. Let me think. What do I want the entity manager to actually do? If given entity, give, what do I want it to do? If given an entity, then give entity chosen component and push back automatically when, yeah, push back automatically for given component. Is there anything else I want it to do? For now, no, right? I mean, I could take away components and all that later, or add a component like make truck playable or something, but for now, that's all I need an entity manager to do, right? So does it need to be a class? I guess if it's a class, I need to give it an entity, right? No, that's stupid. God, this is almost coming across kind of modularly, you know? Can a class be made of only methods? No, right? In order for a class to use methods, it needs to have objects to do that method, right? Given a tag. I don't want to put the methods in the entity class because I don't want every class object to have access to these entity managers. So I guess what we can do is entity manager, Java, allow applications to manage and search for entities in the relational database. Entity manager is an API that manages the lifecycle of an entity instance. The entity manager object manages the set of quantities. Oh God. It makes sense. I'm looking for like an example. A simple entity component system. All right, what do you do? Mr. Austin Morlan in 2021. A component, the signature, the entity manager. All right, what do you do? Okay, so you do have a class entity manager, 0 constructor, 4 entity is equal to 0, entity is less than max entity, so he has a ranged for loop. Push entity. Okay, so what he's doing is he has a array for max available entities, and he pushes every entity on that list through this for loop. Okay, it's ugly, but it's a for loop. Entity, create entity. Oh, he has that under his entity manager. Okay. He has an assertion. Okay, whatever. Take an ID from the front of the queue. This is weird. Aphrodite, is your away mission done? Ooh, that's a good question. Is it done? She seems pretty busy. We're not gonna judge her. I unlocked a founder badge. You can get founder badges for Aphrodite? Cute. Peace. Where is... Okay, entity ID is equal to M available and at easy front. Interesting, he has this create entity under the entity manager. You'd think those would be separate classes, but okay. Then he has pop. So he basically has a max amount of entities available for the game. I don't see the need for that right now. The only thing I would think of that we're even gonna have that be concerned about is like number of trucks on the screen, I guess. I don't know, for Frogger. Destroy entity. Entity is out of range. Invalidate. Okay. So signature is equal to signature. This is a really ugly way of doing it, huh? Queue of the unused entities. Array. I don't like this. Is this a decent way to create an entity manager? Oh God. Type def, unordered map. Oh, based. Gets an instance of the entity manager. Okay. Register entity. Yeah. Shit. If I knew we were going into entity manager stuff today, I would have looked this up at work. I wasn't fully prepared for setting up an entity manager system. I mean, I guess we could work on the card game while I read this up on this tomorrow. Oh, I scrolled up to see the away mission was already discussed. Oh, hell yeah. Destroy system up. Okay, this is more my style. Okay. Destroyer system. So this is the life system. So auto entities is equal to registered entities for ranged for loop if that entities get component get life is less than equal to 0. This world send event entity deleted event. Okay, so that's like a super basic system that's checking if you should be deleting an entity. That's an entity deleter system. I'm looking for an entity creation system. That's what I should say. No, I already have a creation system. I'm looking for an entity manager. Okay. Implements the entity manager class representing a collection of entities responsible for their instantiation. Okay. Entity manager instantiate string name. Entity ID. Okay. Add to collection and log in lookup. Shared pointer entity E is equal to make shared entity name. Okay, so everybody loves their shared pointers, huh? What do you mean exactly by an entity manager? Well, what I mean is we have a given entity where the only thing we're going to give is a string name for a tag, right? I guess I should say given string. It should just be, you know, tag name. So given a tag name and a name of an entity, create it, right? That's all this is. I then need an entity manager that gives the entity whatever chosen components that I want and push back on every component automatically on that given vector. And we do that because if there's a component for like has animation, then it would push back onto the animation vector, and then we would have a system that at the end of every frame would iterate through the animation vector, and it's just all done automatically, which is pretty nice. Why is my computer so hot right now? What is my hold on. What is my oops, that's my RAM color, sorry. Where's my fuck? Where's my what's the name of that? Fuck, was it King Control? That's Control Fury. Fuck, I have it boot up automatically every fucking time I boot up my system. Whatever. I wanted to see CPU usage, but I guess I can do the old Control Alt Delete. Damn. 12% utilization, 5 gigahertz, fucking toasty as fuck. We're talking like, oh my god, it feels like 80 degrees right now. Oh, 13900Ks, fucking heat up like a motherfucker. Look at that, I'm only using like 3.5 cores. I enjoy Control Shift Escape. No, I like what designs? I like Control Alt Delete base. What design system are you going for? Similar to Unity or like ECS? We are going tick tick boom. We're going unapologetic, pure, unadulterated ECS, like to an obnoxious degree. The reason why is because if we're gonna do SDL multicoring, having pure ECS as it's originally intended in a very like academic way, multicore makes it trivial. Or implementing multi-core systems is trivial because of the very nature of how systems work in ECS. And it's just super easy to split the workload. Anyway, if given an entity, so this is what I mean by an entity manager though, where we're gonna add components, push back automatically. I guess I could just have an entity manager here and then create an entity within that manager, but that feels kind of ugly. So what does he do for an entity manager here? Weak pointer. Ew, weak pointer. Ugh. Disgusting. Sorry, I was thirsty. Entity manager, get entity ID. Okay, so you look up the ID, or you give this the ID. Auto it, meaning this, equals entity lookup dot find ID, which is the given entity ID number, so it's the tag. If it does not equal lookup end, then return weak pointer entity entities it second, else return weak pointer entity. I really don't like I really don't want to use weak pointers, you know? Unique pointers are good enough for me. Shared pointers if we're feeling lazy, right? Weak pointers, nah. And then remove. What else does it do here? There we go. Private entity collection entities. So that's an vector, right? Type def, entity collection, size type, entity collection index, and then vector shared pointer entity collection. Okay. So this is a vector called entities. This is an unordered map of entity ID and entity collections with an entity lookup. Creates a new entity, returning its allocated ID number. Gets a pointer to the entity of the name of the given ID. Deletes the entity. Why would you want to make a weak pointer for that? You would think if you're going to have an entity, you're already passing it around by reference anyway, right? Unique pointers cannot be passed around. That's the point of a shared pointer. Unique pointer is only for pointers which will never move, be copied, or shared. No, I disagree. We use unique pointers on our initialization. And then our struct app data has that information, right? So, a fun fact, we actually don't even move anything yet, but, oh, I guess this would be a use for a unique pointer. Maybe you are right. Yeah, because whenever we need the renderer, we just go the data renderer get, and that's the unique pointer. The problem I have with shared pointers is it's safer than not using anything, but like of the RAII system in C++, how it's currently implemented, shared pointers are so cloggy and gross. They're hairy. They work, but it's like, you know, so does putting your hand down the drain to get the hair out of it. Like, it works, but you don't wanna. Unique pointers are, oh, they're based. I'll standard move that shit any day over a shared pointer. All right, so what do they do here? What does Dave Churchill do?
All right, so maybe once every minute an enemy spawns or something like that. So what would the code look like for that?
Okay, I know this guy's a college teacher. He talks to me like I'm a 5-year-old, but okay.
Function now that we have an entity manager. Well, let's say that somewhere in our class or in our member.
So what does he do here? Type def. Ew, type def. He's a C++ guy and he's using type def. Blah. Using standard vector shared pointer entity. Oh, this motherfucker started it. Okay. I'm betting this guy did the shared pointer thing. Oh, okay. I'd rather see a shared pointer than a weak pointer. That's fine. Entity vector, entity map, entity manager, entity vector, M entities, entity vec to add, entity map, total entities, public entity manager construction, void update. Okay. Void update, meaning you call that at the end of the frame, I bet. Standard shared pointer entity, add entity, const standard string tag. Oh, this motherfucker. He did the same thing. So I guess we are making our entity under the entity manager. Is that wise though? I mean, this guy teaches a college course, so it's probably wise. But my worry is that it's when you make an entity, that's a factory, right? In a very basic term, because you're using the same class entity for all objects that are going to be visible in the game. Or, well, some invisible, but you get my point. And then you have an entity manager to manage those things, which is explicitly not a factory. I guess you could just have one entity manager class object that can then make shared pointers of entities, and then you call the add entity function, and then you get entities accordingly. I guess you could do that. I mean, it's fine. It just feels very, it feels unnecessary. Like, wouldn't you want to necessarily separate the factory from the entity manager?
In our entity manager called to.
It feels, I don't know. I like this guy a lot. I love the way he teaches. It's just, I don't know how much I feel about, like, the fact that he's using type def, which is a C-based syntax instead of using.
Add. And essentially,
shared pointer is a lot better for performance when you're passing pointers around. Yeah, but I mean, you know, fuck.
What's going to happen is whenever we say, hey, we want to add this entity, it's going to go to this sort of waiting room, right? So whenever we say add entity,
Kobe, oh shit.
it is not immediately going into the entity manager. Okay, it's going to a waiting room like at the doctor's office. And then at the beginning of the next frame of the game, we're going to tell the entity manager to update, and then all the people in the waiting room get to go into the doctor's office. All right?
Oh, I see what's happening. I was using the entity manager as a way to load all content for the game, and then you would use, because I've made 2-3 games now, and I've always done entities as like inherited objects that just exist in the game's memory, and then we call on copies of those objects whenever I need it via methods. So an entity manager handles what would have been inherited methods of objects. Okay, shit, fuck, I didn't really plan on that. But that's why we're learning ECS while we're teaching SDL3. Why not?
So we're going to say whenever we don't want to add...
Okay, so he ranged for loop the M to add vector. All entities push back E, which is the iterator. Entity map E tag push back E. Okay, so whatever given tag you have for the entity, if it's a bullet, if it's a player, if it's a truck, whatever it is, right? If it's a car type, tree type, you're pushing back on the vector, and systems are going to care about that. That is not true at all. Wait, what's up? What do you mean it's not true? Like what Tick Tick Boom said? Ooh, get a little bit of a listen, What's Up is a damn good programmer. I'm just putting that out there, all right? So if you pick a fight with them, you're starting to fight.
Add them again on the next frame, because then we'd have function.
Okay, I don't care about death or removal. I've done that a million times. All right, what is update? Auto M entities. If E is dead, remove it from M entities if E is dead. Okay, so this is culling. I've always done culling where it's just done instantly. I don't do the graveyard thing where it's like on the new stage when the game is loading, cull the vector. I don't do that. I don't know. We only make 2D games and true 2D games, not like Unity 2D, which is pseudo 3D. I've always done culling instantly, and my games run on integrated graphics, so, you know, grumble, grumble. Okay, so what does he have here? Collision, spawn enemy. Okay, all right. Little concerned. Why is the entity manager handling collisions? Isn't that like a systems thing? For auto B, M entities, get entities, bullet, M entities, get entities, enemy. If physics check collision, B A, B destroy, E destroy. Ooh, nested for loops? I really don't like the way this is. Nested for loop? Okay, to be fair, if you're teaching somebody video game programming and you want the absolute basics, this is fine, right? But when I made my bullet hell shooter, there were upwards of 10,000 bullets on the screen, okay? This shit does not fly, all right? We don't need no nested for loop shit, all right? I feel like a better way to do it would be if bullet is in like certain range of the enemy, then iterate through nearby the enemy. And that's how we did it in our bullet hell shooter. We had a system where we had red lines drawn near enemies and me to check for collision every frame rather than checking all across the screen. But I guess if you're teaching people who like have no idea how to like do that, this is fine. It just feels very wasteful. Chandu, hello. I haven't seen you here before. Hello, hello. Welcome to the, we're making fun of a college professor teaching video game programming, even though he's probably a significantly better programmer than us. Your model is so good. Bitch! Thank you. Thank you. Oh, eclipse of shit. Oh, stop. Pause. Hold on. I messed up my model. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay,
we never have to worry about iterator invalid.
Thank you for following Eclipse of the Heart. Total eclipse of the heart. Move a unique pointer is like copying a raw pointer and set the old one to null, while when you copy a shared pointer, it has to increase reference count, which is an atomic variable. What's up? Based. Chandy, thank you for following. Oh my goodness, so many followers right now. Hello, I saw that 20 viewers. Thank you, everyone. I'm a double-digit Andy. I'm Gary the Goo Boy. I stream every single day, except not tomorrow because I have to riz my girlfriend. We're gonna have Froyo. We're gonna have Froyo, and I'm gonna make a peanut butter parfait. Chat, have you ever seen the show? Hold on, before we get back to programming, have you guys ever seen the show Love on a Spectrum? Love is a Spectrum. It's a show about autistic people falling in love with each other, and I think I love this show. Hold on, where's Connor? Oh baby, this guy is my fucking hero. I can't play this, it gets copyrighted on YouTube. If you guys have never seen this, I'm just gonna copy and paste this link. Dude, you guys are gonna have a blast watching the show. It's on Netflix. This is season 2. Connor is like my all-time favorite guy. He's on a speed date, and he does, you know how on a speed date you have like yes or no, like checked off on a list? It's so if 2 people match yes at the end, you match up like Tinder and you get a hold of each other. This guy was checking no off in front of the women like during the date, and like the producer asks him, because he's autistic, that's what the show's about, the producers asked him like, hey, maybe you should hold off on like doing that, and he gives them like, hold on, I bet you could find it, he gives them like a look of horror. Hold on. She looks. Connor, don't do it, Connor. Not big on nature. Right in front of her. I love this show. Oh my god. Oh, and then he looks. That's the look of horror.
Still sitting there?
Am I not supposed to?
I love Connor. He also said, his mom was asking him like how his date went, and he was like, oh, it's okay. And she's like, you know, what was she like? Was she tall? Like, what'd she do? And he's like, oh, must I write a poem for you? And it's just, it's so cute. And then another time where it was like, he wants to watch the king's coronation, and his family was like, your sister's graduating. And he's like, shit, I still have a foot in the dark ages. And it's like, holy shit, Connor, based. Oh my god, I love. Oh, if you guys, oh, I'm sorry, I should be happy story here. They actually meet up again later, and I think they are currently like still boyfriend girlfriend. I just thought that was an adorable end. I really like this show. It does have the reality TV like music and stuff, but dude, it's lovable. I love this show. And then
How would you describe
this guy's awesome. I love it. He always smiles.
yourself? What kind of person are you?
I'm polite, I have a good personality, and I'm a kind young man, and I spread joy all around the world.
Come on, who doesn't love that? I love Love is a Spectrum. I don't care if it's the most chick flicky thing ever. Highly recommend. All right, let's get back to programming. Okay. All right, vibes. Gary the Goo Boy was suggesting that using unique pointer is simply better alternative. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not what I was implying, Tick Tick Boom. I'm sorry if I implied that. I prefer unique pointer for our purposes. Shared pointer, to me, in this specific circumstance, as he's teaching it, he even explicitly says it. He says we're not using unique pointers, only use shared pointers. Let's worry about that later. And I thought, well, is it really that hard to teach college students who already have this is not a programming class. This is like a video game design course at University of Toronto. And that's kind of what it's intended to be. So I don't think it's that hard to teach people about unique pointers. At that point, they should know what a pointer is. Also, I really don't like this. Like, I understand it's supposed to be simple, but I think there's a lot better ways you can do that bullet system. All right, game loop. What does he do? User input, movement, collision. Also, they use SFML here. I think SDL3 is just so much easier to use. I just, after SDL3 comes out, like for reals and not just like a test thing, boy, oh boy, I don't know if anyone can make the argument for SFML, because audio under SDL3, oh, mwah. Audio under SDL3 is just so nice. But I guess the point of an ECS tutorial is to have an automatic cleanup, but I think more control over cleanup would be beneficial for performance. This is just either lazy or skip that part, or they want to teach that later. I don't know. I don't want to attack it too hard. What's up? I mean, this guy does teach this shit for a living. I mean, who am I to like question it? It's just, you know, I like to learn the nitty gritty. That's just the way I enjoy learning, right? I enjoy like, you know, looking up like the minutia detail of things. That's why I like programming on stream, right? Because if I do something inefficient, you guys tell me and I'm like, oh, cool, thank you, right? I like backseat. Sorry, just to be clear, I love backseating in chat, all right? I love it. My only policy is you can backseat my programming, you can backseat my video games, okay? But you can't get mad if I don't listen to you. That's the agreement, all right? Am I not supposed to do that? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there is a specific purpose for both shared and unique. Yeah, true. See, my weakness is tick, tick, boom. To be totally fair, I have a hard time knowing when shared pointers are more useful or more apt to be used in a situation than a unique pointer. And of those two, I don't know when you would possibly use a weak pointer. I don't know what circumstance a weak pointer would benefit over the other two, but that's my inexperience. That's not me making a statement about C++, besides it's the best language.
Create my own entity object here, and then...
Okay, let's fast forward a little. Entity private constructor, 2D game colors. The fuck? 2D positions. What is he doing? Unit circle. The fuck are you teaching geometry for? Oh my god, we had to do all this shit from scratch? Dude, I'm gonna say this right now, as a guy who didn't go to college, who is now starting college like now, as a guy who didn't go to college, fucking trigonometry, I didn't know jack shit about it until I made a bullet hell shooter, and now I can do SOHCAHTOA like the back of my fucking hand. Oh baby, I got that shit down. Yeah, theta, all that shit. Speed, yeah, we did that on our own. Shooting, we did that on our own. Circle collisions, you're probably just testing for radius, but whatever. Random numbers, that's fine, don't care. Interesting, and that's all he does on entity management, huh?
8?
It's just this. This is like his entire entity manager. Okay. We might rip this off. We're going to get rid of the type defs. If we have to use these, we'll use using. That seems more apt. Feel free to correct me. I believe shared pointer is used when passing a pointer around and you want to maintain access to the original pointer in all active references. Unique can be used for storing a pointer and moved when you want to pass it somewhere and don't want to maintain access to the pointer. Badly written, I think. So what you're saying is... No, hold on. That's not even, hold on. Let's just describe this real quick, just so we get this out of the way, okay? Let's just do this real quick. I'm gonna bring out paint, all right? I'm gonna be one of those streamers. Flashbang. Oh, I guess we're already flashbanged. Okay, so this is the difference. A unique pointer means one access ever. And when that access is gone, when that scope goes away, delete it, right? That's how that works. A shared pointer can have unlimited access, but it's only ever deleted when the last one is gone. So you can have unlimited access, any of them can go away, but the actual pointer isn't deleted until the last one is gone, and then it's deleted, right? That's the only difference, I think. In terms of performance, shared pointers, I believe, necessarily take more space than a unique pointer, but I just don't know when you should create this a lot, I guess. I don't know. You're not streaming Paint? I'm not, but, you know, I have a thing to do. By the way, I just want to point out, I've been streaming Paint longer than fucking half these programming streamers. Okay, get off my lawn, all right? Back in my day, let me tell you, chat. I was speaking from the point of ownership, not the cleanup. I mean... Sure. When I think about it, when I think about object lifetime, when do you want automatic cleanup? Which is where and when does it get cleaned up and not really matter? Do you want the cleanup yourself? Basically ownership. But that's all RAII is, right? It's just automatic cleanup. That's really all it is. A shared pointer cleans up after all shared, all owners of that pointer, all copies of it, are gone. And then once the last local scope is gone, then it deletes the memory or frees up the memory. And then a unique pointer, you pass around the unique pointer explicitly. And when that unique pointer, the last owner, the only owner, goes out of scope or stops using it, then it's just deleted automatically. It's just memory cleanup. Yeah, I think I have that right. I just don't know, like in practice, how often you use shared pointers versus unique pointers. But I guess the whole point here, and the reason why he wants students to use shared pointers, is because if you have shared pointers, you can pass around an unlimited amount of them, but eventually it will be deleted at some point. You don't have to explicitly call for anything, you know? Even when you close out of the program. I think that's the reason why he's doing shared pointers. Plus, if you have students, it's probably significantly easier to teach them about a shared pointer than it is to teach them about like unique pointers and move syntaxes and all that shit, right? Although to be fair, in SDL3, we haven't actually moved any unique pointers yet, right? It's all just .get, and we have just a struct. We haven't even like moved it. I don't even know if we'll ever move it actually, because this will always be under the struct. My only thought is maybe if we do like multi-core stuff, we might have to move it, but that shouldn't matter. I don't think. And worst comes to worst, hey, we change this into a shared pointer. It ain't that hard, right? Also, hold on. Lambda weebs. I need your. Okay, that was kind of loud. I need your knowledge here. Can we use a lambda to clean this up? Does anyone know? Because standard function is fine, but surely a lambda could do the same anonymous function cleaner, right? I'm a big stand for readability, and I feel like standard function is just not readable enough where maybe we can clean this up. In this case, it can. Okay, so let me try this syntax. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll try it. Let me just make sure this runs. Okay, cool. So I think it looks like this. Empty brackets. This. Delete this. Okay, no, I got it wrong. Fuck. God, I don't know lambdas. Auto window should do it. No, I don't see why not. Wait, auto window? But it has to be a unique pointer, right? The whole purpose of this, the reason why this is so ugly, is because we're trying to make a unique pointer out of a C-based struct, which is passed around like a C-based struct. So we have to like give it the destroy thing in an anonymous function. But I want this anonymous function to look cleaner via a lambda, which I think it would benefit from, instead of a standard function, which is kind of like the older way of doing anonymous functions. But I don't have enough experience with lambdas to know the syntax to make these highlighted lines better. I just don't know what it looks like. I tried looking it up, and it seems like everybody's just either, I don't think most people even know. So I feel like I just don't know how to like syntax it with unique pointer, you know? Like that's my issue. So this is a unique pointer SDL window. So auto deleter. So this is the function, which is then wrapped in a unique pointer, which is then given this function. So that's why I'm saying the syntax is confusing, because we have a unique pointer. Like I know the syntax of a lambda is this. I understand that's the basis of an anonymous function, but I don't understand how this applies to this, because this standard function is currently wrapped with this little squiggly here in this unique pointer. I just don't know the syntax for that lambda. Currently a standard function works because it's a standard function, but unique pointer, SDL window, declare type deleter. Declare type? Wait, what the fuck is a declare type? What is that shit? The fuck is a declare type? Is this like lambda syntax? I don't use lambdas, all right? Declare type entity inspects the declared type of an entity or the type or value category of an expression. Oh. Y is a double declared type. Oh, so it's not like a cast or anything. It's okay. Shit. So standard unique pointer, SDL window, that's the same. Declare type, deleter. So you're saying no, that's stupid. Declare type, not declare type. Basically, what type is this? Declared. Oh, declared type. Got you. So this is declared. Well, I've never seen this term before, to be totally honest with you. Declared type is. You say deleter. I know you don't mean the literal word deleter. Do you mean like SDL destroy window? Yeah, this is something I just don't know the syntax on. But to be fair, I have like zero experience with lambdas. You'd have to move the function into a separate variable, I think. Once you figured it out that it expects of you to give something to run when the pointer is to be decommissioned. Deleter is the name of the variable of the lambda. Oh. Wait. Oh, so it's void. That's what you're saying, right? Because I don't... What do you... Hold on. Wait, now I'm dumb. Wait, what do you mean by variable of the lambda? It's an anonymous function. Does it need a variable? Unless you're saying the variable is... Well, in this case, we have a return type of void with a parameter SDL window pointer and these two functions that work as an anonymous function. Auto callback, function declare type callback. Well, how does the unique pointer fit into that? Oh my God, the syntax. Unique pointer wrapped in thing you want to wrap. Okay, we did that. What to run when you're done with the pointer you're wrapping. Wait, it's like this, declared type, this function. There is no shot this is how it works. Yeah, this is obviously not correct. Man, lambdas are so confusing. Now I'm remembering why I fucked lambdas. Okay, now I'm remembering why we just use standard function. Okay, God, this is so much easier to understand. Auto deleter, unique pointer, declare type. Not exactly, but the spirit of it. Did you motherfucking link? Unique pointer custom deleter is not just for heap allocations. Oh shit. Auto deallocator, empty brackets, int pointer, so the thing you want to delete. Standard allocator int deallocate. Oh. So auto XP, standard unique pointer, int declaration type. So the int is the thing you want to delete. Oh. Okay, hold on. Now that makes sense to me. We still need to call the create window, but we'll come back to that in a second. So you're saying auto L data dot window. Wait. Auto, the thing we want to delete, or the name of it, is L data dot window is equal to standard unique pointer. Fuck. So confusing. SDL window, comma, declared type, the deallocator, which is just, oh, which is the lambda. Oh, Oh, we have to make the lambda first. Oh, shit. I don't think you can deduce type like that. I'm not sure if standard unique pointers have CTAD for a deleter. I don't know what a CTAD is. Okay, I have a serious case for the munchies. I'm gonna go eat some grub. How long are you gonna stream for? More than a half an hour. Sorry, Meeple, when I just saw that. So I'm gonna stream probably for maybe 10 to 15 more minutes. I stream every single day at 4:35-ish PM PD, whatever, 2.5 hours ago. The only issue is tomorrow I don't stream because I'm having froyo with my girlfriend. And then we'll be back. Usually it's every single day though. It's just tomorrow's a special day because I got a Riz chat. Jeez. But yeah, we stream every day. Man, viewership was good today though. I saw us getting 20 viewers at one point until we got stuck on unique pointers. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do off stream. I'm gonna try to turn this into a lambda instead of using standard function and doing all this. You have a GF? Yes, I do have a GF. Save. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to later on my own. I'm gonna set up the entity manager. The goal is, because I'm not gonna be gone all day tomorrow, I'm gonna come back Wednesday. I'm gonna try to have the entity manager set up and unique pointers with lambdas set up. And once I have those two things done, then we can worry about systems and the game loop. And at that point, throwing together Frogger should be like super quick. Like, I would be shocked if I have those things set up for Wednesday. I would be shocked if we don't have Frogger done by the end of the day, especially if we don't care about how the game looks, if it's just like simple shapes, because Frogger is just a really easy game to make. That's the plan. Probably Frogger by the end of Wednesday. And then once we have Frogger set up, we'll worry about like audio and like multi-core, all that extra shit that SDL offers. And then once the program's done in full, then I'm gonna start making the tutorial for it. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Unique pointer, a pointer, pointer deleter. I just read CPP reference. Unique pointer does not have to, wait. Unique pointer does not have deduce guild for that, so no, you need to spell out the type. Oh, cute. All right, cool. All right, that's it for today. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Give me kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm gonna see you guys in 2 days. That's about it. If you guys want to keep updates, we have a Discord link below the stream. I'll see you guys later. Alligators, thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the views today. Goodbye. I'll see you in 2 days. Bye. Tasty.